This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
Careful, there's a mine in the middle of our path.
Someone must have an interest in protecting whatever's kept here.
Better to detonate that mine safely than trip over it myself. Better to detonate that mine safely than trip over it myself. This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
I've always heard there's typically more to a king's tomb than meets the eye.
It could be a myth, or it could be our lucky day.
This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
They say the matriarch of my clan was the first to sample the mummified flesh of the last Source King.
What's this? I found something. Made short work of that door. I don't imagine our weapons would survive such use for long.
I've spotted something interesting.
hear voices downstairs.
The last thing we need is to surprise
This
another
seems to
angry
be broken.
summoner.
This seems to be broken.
What's that? I think there are hidden foes ahead.
This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken. This seems to be broken.
Another one for the collection.
A living rat dares disturb the slumber of the dead? A thieving fool insults the sanctity of the grave. The bloodstone defiler, where is it? In life, I toil to care for these holy grounds. In death, I protect them from profaners and poachers. The legacy of Cecile is mine to preserve. Her traitors are mine to destroy. I suppose you only crept among these sacred tombs for leisure. I suppose you had no lust for the treasure of the dead. Ha! Strange indeed. Robed indeed. Your tricks will not save you from retribution, deceiver. The Bloodstone, deliver it now and I may deign. Run if you like, Defiler. Whichever way you take leads you to the grave.
The unending darkness.
Death never dies, fool. Death in 1,000 forms rules all.
No glory in this death.
Here lies Master Rage Quinn's second apprentice, killed by dying.
Stitch in time, eh, friends?
Hold it right there, orc scum! No one slips past the Legion unchallenged.
Calm down, Junius. Doesn't look like one of them orcs to me. Not a single horn in sight, you know.
Just hold your tongue, will you, Bibius? Can't be too careful. We are sworn to protect Scythiel. We're legionnaires, of course. On the lookout for orcs, for they've been attacking from the sea. God knows why they do it, but we stand firm.
Liberators of liquor too, aren't we, old chum?
Shh! Just pipe down, will you, Bibius? Aye, a noble word for watchdog, that. For that is what we do. Watch over the local dogs that ever so often aim for one another's throat, and separate them to keep the peace. Separate by the...
Best way to calm a wily dog is to neuter it. Ha! Spay for pay. Legion's motto.
Just put a sock in it, will you, Bibius?
Ever kept the watch? Stood on the lookout for hours on end, bored stiff. Boredom's a demon, buddy, and booze is the demon hunter. There. I do declare it's time for this hunter to take another shot. Huzzah! So, you're sorcerers, are you? And how are we supposed to verify that's true? We can't read, my friend. So for all we know, those papers say you're a polymorph parrot on the lookout for a 2-bedroom birdcage. They don't prove a thing.
You know what? We'll take you two to the wizard. I know he reads. He has books large as a house, that one. Yeah, he'll squeeze the truth out of you, one way or another.
I don't need an escort, especially not a drunken one. Back off, or face me.
And face me, too. You two are a disgrace to your uniforms.
You defy the Legion, will you? The punishment for that offence is death.
Well, there we have it. 2 dead legionnaires.
This feels wrong. We really shouldn't have.
I think you're right. We had no real reason to kill them, and yet we did. In cold blood.
deliverance.
Bless the Seven, I am restored. Did you see that? Those orcs had a human commander.
How very curious. And how very disquieting.
Into the fray once more.
What's all this ruckus? Sounded worse than a dozen tomcats fighting over the world's last mackerel. Ah, but I see we've suffered another orc landing. And judging by the relative ease with which it was dispatched, I can only come to one conclusion. Source hunters have arrived in Sicil. You're as welcome as a glass of cooled milk on a hot day, my friend. I'm Ahu, at your service. It was I who requested your presence in this troubled city. So you were, and so you weren't. Behold, there we are. Meet my other half, hunter. Ha ha! No need to look so flabbergasted. I may be a wizard rife with tricks and guile, but I assure you my plea is an earnest one. So, now that the cat is out of the bag, let us turn to the matter of Councillor Jake's murder. It's hard to put my finger on it, but I can feel in my very whiskers that sorcery was at play. Visit the scene of the crime, and I'd bet sardines for salad you'll say the same. Captain Aureus, though, the local commander of the Legion, insists I'm seeing ghosts. I insist he's blind to all but the undead. Jake was murdered in a downstairs room of the King Crab Inn, up in Sicil proper. The Legion keeps it under lock and key, though, so you'll need Aureus's permission should you want to have a peek. So there are, or rather, there is. Popular opinion has it his wife did the deed, but to be frank, I have my doubts. She seems a likely candidate, to be sure, but that would make her a sorceress. Esmeralda knows how to charm, yes, but I just don't see her magic extend beyond a frolicsome look and wink. Still, don't simply take my word for it, Hunter. It may be well worth your while to cross-examine her yourself. The Legion has her under guard in her shop near the town square. That's where you'll find poor Jake's widow. A human, you say? Truly? But that would be like a kitten leading a wolf pack. And yet, I have heard rumors about a sect of sorts, a shadowy set of worshippers that associate even with orcs. Some say they're sorcerers, but people will say that about anyone who behaves a bit strangely nowadays. I don't quite know what to make of this news, but thank you for informing me. It'd be foolish to dismiss such a curious event out of hand. Ah, the undead. They've been clawing their way out of the ground for 2 years now. And for 2 years the stalemate between them and the living has been dragging on at a weary pace indeed. The Legion did a good job keeping them at bay, but I think it's fair to say that without my magic-infused ballistae, they'd have gotten the better of us by now. Someone is responsible for the outbreak. Necromancers are at work, but who are they and where do they hide? Alas, that searching for them is like searching for a single louse in a lion's mane. Unfortunately, that is absolutely correct. The Orc siege is yet another hairball stuck in this city's already choking throat, and it shows no signs of abating. We've cordoned off the western beach where most Orc activity has been reported. For the 9 lives of me, I can't seem to figure what they're doing here. There's nothing of interest along the waterfront, except for a set of caves with an unfavorable reputation. Maybe they're after some pirate's treasure, the fools. Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise? Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct. Even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate. To be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness. You couldn't possibly imagine the thrill. But of course, it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs. This I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of 2 worlds. I'm glad we've met, Source Hunter. And I'm certain we have a lot more to talk about. Feel free to visit me whenever you want. I've set up a workshop in the Legion's headquarters. Once you're there, just take the stairs, but do pay a visit to Aureus first. He may bark like a beagle with its tail stuck in the door, but you won't get very far in your investigation without speaking to the de facto leader of Sicil. And with that, I bid you adieu, Hunter. Adieu and good luck. May your enemies prove to be mere mice, and you the dauntless mouser.
Sects, undead, orcs. Looks like we have our work cut out for us.
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Arhu mentioned?
Avert your gaze, and I'll handle this threat for all our sake.
You wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you fight for it like witch of all things.
Bringing the little orcish girlfriend here is like bringing a wolf to her henhouse.
Nonsense. Like witch of all things.
That's enough of that now!
The ship's breaching it!
Come on, then! Put your backs in!
At least we won't be bored. How about we go see that Aureus chap Arhu mentioned?
We mustn't let the flames spread to the harbor!
We
mustn't let the flames spread to the whole bunch.
We're gonna need more than a few buckets to save her.
Are these the biggest buckets we've got?
We need more help! She's lost!
God's blasted ought to burn down the place.
Save that ship all by your lonesome. Quite the feat. If I had the magic touch about me, I'd have lent you. I thought the old gal's fate was sealed when the orc shaman set his fiery gaze on her sails. But you managed to rescue her from a watery grave. Closest thing to a miracle I've ever seen. Oh, hail the rain spirit. That was a fine display of magicianship it was. Or who knew what he was doing, bringing in a source on it, didn't he?
Don't forget the time you got caught passing the love note for this accounting, boy. That might be the same as already. Speaking of you, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orphan Charm loves him. I wouldn't let an Orphan 500 yards, I love nature. Never forget about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feather's carriage for the joyride. No, it is. He drove it straight to the bubble back. Don't forget the time you got caught passing the love note for this accounting, boy. That might be the same to get already. Speaking of you, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orchid Charm loves him. I wouldn't let an Orchid 500 yards, I love nature. You never forget about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feather's carriage for the joyride. No, it is. He drove it straight to the bubble back. Don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note for this accounting, boy. That's why we never sail to youthful gore anymore. Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orchid Charm...
Sauce? Here in Sicil? Daft. Of all that cursed hunks of rock to land on, Conrad chooses this one. That was some fast acting there. Many thanks on behalf of all us seamen. Madness. Thought we were done with those swampy uglies a fortnight ago. Note, though, that none of them dared to come close to the tide splitter.
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that Orchid Charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
One of her stock, sir. Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feather's carriage for the joyride?
No, it ain't. Drove it straight to the bubble back.
And don't forget the
A home, a livelihood, all sunk in a matter of minutes while we could do nothing but look on. Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago. With our ship sunk, we're little more than 3 men with nothing more to say than boo. These damn orcs. They can't keep off this place for the life of them. They came in here slinging fireballs and swinging swords. Wasn't a thing we could do to defend ourselves. With our ship gone, nothing for it but to get a job. Slim pickings around here, that's for sure. Maybe you can keep an eye out, though. That was a right stunning show of magic you pulled, it was. Wish you'd have been around when our own barge went down in flames.
legionnaire really thinks that Orchid Charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst. Ever heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Feather's carriage for the joyride?
No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig farm at the yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage with a joyride?
Really? The greatest warriors in Rivellon can't cross a rope.
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore? Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks. Slimy, reeking, rotting sea garbage.
Size seal, shiver me timber, deliver me heels.
Quiet day on the market.
No one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let an Orwig farm at the yards of my loving nature.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage with a joyride?
Ha! No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back. Good on you. These boss men respect companies, you know. So what did he say?
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
I said myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece now, I'll walk out that door.
Good on you. These boss men respect confidence, you know. So what did he say?
Well, what does it matter? Day labour's more suited to my nature anyhow.
Yes, honest pay for an honest day.
I've spotted something.
I am Stefan, your humble bard, here to serve for your imagination's palate a meal most unforgettable. Of whom should I sing? Of salty pirates mired in brine? Of sweet sugared fairies sipping the sap of fruit trees?
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
What are ye staring at?
Harris by the cousins.
Captain Jack's the name, though the title may be a little generous at the moment. My crew ran off, and I can't find enough hardy souls to help me reload the ship and sail off. Those scallywags heard there be silver in the Lacula mines, and they abandoned ship like the lily-liver turkeys they are. Haven't seen them since the day we docked. Some poor chaps lost their ship and want some work. Just send them to me, and tell them there's a bit of coin and a lot of rum coming their way if they don't mind a bit of honest labor.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Sidefield ever seen.
Say, no one's around. You wouldn't raise a fuss if I, borrowed one of these fish, would you?
Borrow indeed. I'll sooner meet a cat wizard than see that merchant repaid.
Come now, I'll be good for it, I swear! Oh, my story's tired by now. I was happy enough, prosperous enough, before these lean times around Sicil began. Still, that doesn't waive a man's need to eat, you know. I never would have dreamt of resorting to petty theft during better times, but what choice have I got now? If it's steal or starve, I'll choose steal. So what do you think? Should I snag a fish?
That merchant has to eat too, you know. Leave the fish alone.
Yes, you know what they say about giving a man a fish. This man should learn to stand on his own 2 feet.
I suppose you've got a point. Another day, another rumbling belly. Morals never fed a hungry man, you know.
Get it while it's fresh. This batch is only
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my hands.
Size seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels. I wouldn't let it all win 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a joyride?
Ha! No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves him.
I wouldn't let it all win 500 yards of my loving nature.
Psst! Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a
Have you found us a job yet? We'll take anything, really.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Is that why we never sail to Yuthel Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful...
So there's a captain offering booze and brass for a bit of crate loading? Gods be praised, you've done it, friend. Off we go.
Ever hear about the time the captain took the Duchess of Federal's carriage for a joyride?
Ha! No, he didn't. He drove it straight to the pub and back.
Oh, and don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Councillor's wife.
Yes, Captain.
Ho-ho! Let's get to it then!
Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes. Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Heavenly herring! Delicious dogfish! Yours for a scrap of gold each!
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many changes.
Watch the undead quiver in their mouldy boots!
sea garbage.